Hi, this is Chatterboxing. I'm Sean, and this is going to be a quick video about Jermell, Charlo, well, and his brother Jermell as well. I saw the fight last night against Erickson Lubin. Well, I saw it today, but from last night. Good performance, very good first round knockout. Erickson Lubin was quite highly touted. I mean, a lot of people that I'd heard were picking him to win. I've seen him fight a couple of times, I think. Lubin, I've seen a few of his knockouts. He looked good. I mean, I think he was if I'm not mistaken, quite a promising amateur. And he decided not to go to the Olympics. He went to turn pro, but he's got quite a good caliber and good amateur pedigree, good puncher. It was a dangerous opponent, and it was a mandatory. So it wasn't like a hand-picked opponent. It was someone, a credible win. Went in their first round, just demolished him. Lovely right hand. Just like timed it. He went down, boom, just got him, took him out. Yeah, very, very good performance. I'm starting to become quite a big fan of the Charlo brothers. Now, I haven't really been following them really for that long. I haven't really. I mean, I remember I heard the name before, but the first fight that I remember seeing and really taking notice of them was was it Julian Roberts? Is it J Rock, but Jermell Charlo, and he knocked him out. And I remember in that, because after the fight he didn't want to shake his hand or something. I can't remember exactly what it was, but apparently there'd been quite a lot of trash talk and bad vibes building up to the fight. I wasn't aware of any of that. I'm not in America. I hadn't seen any of it, but people was they weren't that popular. People saying, oh, they got a bit of an attitude problem and this, that, and the other. Jermell, I saw him fight against the last fight, was it like Hatley, something Hatley, I can't remember his first name, knocked him out. And again, he was kind of a little bit, he wasn't exactly gracious in victory after the fight. Some people didn't really like that. But I don't know, me personally, I mean, generally speaking, I don't like that sort of stuff. I like people who are like sort of sportsmen like, but it kind of depends on the person. Do you know what I mean? I think I personally quite like their demeanour as almost like characters in boxing. Now, they're very no nonsense. You can tell that they mean business. They're not messing about. There's nothing fake about it. They're literally just there, very, very competitive, very, very determined to win. And they're not there to kind of make friends with people and win a popularity contest. Now, I quite like the fact that they're twins as well. To me, that kind of adds to their character and it adds to them as, I don't know, like their sort of mystique, I suppose you could say, within boxing. I mean, they're almost like the sort of Cray twins of boxing because they're almost like villains. Do you know what I mean? Because they're in there knocking people out, and then after they're still a bit moody. I've seen them in interviews, and they seem, quite, I wouldn't say angry, but just quite like they've got something to prove, and they don't feel like they're getting the respect that they deserve, and they seem quite determined to do something about that. Now, Jermell Charlo has moved up now to middleweight. He's got to prove himself there, but I think he can be a force. He's definitely got the potential to, from what I've seen. Golovkin, obviously the number one, he's pretty much on his way out. He's probably not as good as he used to be. So, you could say he's definitely got a potential to really, make a name for himself in that division. Jermell, he's just had two very good wins in a row. And just really, to me, they look hungry. They look like they mean business. He's got a very good trainer, Derek James, Errol Spence's coach. So I don't know. I think he's got a very bright future, both of them. So I like the fact that they're twins. To me, it kind of adds to them their kind of almost like sort of villain personality. Do you know what I mean? And I do think that's going to be beneficial to them as well. If you've got that, even if you've got your brother with you, still like with the Klitschko brothers. Do you know what I mean? Every time when you fought Vladimir, you're getting your hands wrapped. You got Vitali like sort of standing over you, like trying to like intimidate you, and he's in the ring as a presence. And it just kind of added to it, and it made them seem more formidable. Now, obviously, the Klitschko brothers are heavyweights. They dominated for years. The Charlo brothers are just coming into it now, but they're twins. Do you know what I mean? So that, I think they're going to feed off each other, and I think that's going to make them even more difficult to beat. When you, it's almost like they're in it together. Do you know what I mean? They're not obviously in the ring together, but they come as a kind of package. So yeah, I'm definitely going to be following their career with a lot more interest than I was. I'm becoming a big fan. Congratulations to Jermell, Charlo. Um, Ericsson Lubin, he's quite young, isn't he? I mean, he's well, like 20 something. I don't know exactly how old he is. I think he's like early 20s. So, I mean, it was a bad knockout. He stepped up quite early, earlier than a lot of people do. So it'd be interesting to see where he goes from here. I think he's got the skill and I think he's got the ability to come back. I don't see why not. He can, it's a first round knockout. It's not like he got battered for 10 rounds and then knocked out. He got hit with a hard punch. That can happen. So, hopefully he can come back and get himself back in the mix. But yeah, that's all I want to say for now. So thank you very much for watching.